It's Channel Grim and Grin's Monster Bites, the Silent Screams. This episode, The Cat and the Canary. On the 20th anniversary of the death of a millionaire, his relatives have gathered in his spooky old house in order to hear the reading of his will. Meanwhile, there's a madman on the loose, murders are taking place, and expensive missing jewels have been found and then lost and then found. It's The Cat and the Canary from 1927. I was admittedly a little bit nervous going into this movie, as while I hadn't seen it before doing this review, I am extremely familiar with one of the 5 remakes of it, namely the 1939 remake starring Bob Hope. It's one of my favorite horror comedies, so I thought that this movie would pale in comparison. And further beyond that, this movie is one of the films that is responsible for kickstarting the old dark house genre of film and play, which is also something I'm extremely familiar with. Because of my familiarity with the story, I was a little bit worried that I would be bored with the film, and I was also a little bit skeptical that a silent horror comedy would be able to deliver many laughs beyond that of slapstick. However, I was pleasantly surprised. The spooky atmosphere of the movie is right up there with any of the other greats of the old dark house genre, and there were several moments of the film that did get a good chuckle out of me. One such notable comedy beat that got me almost rolling on the floor was during the reading of the will scene, where after one character is announced to receive the inheritance, another character just quietly looks down at a piece of paper he had been scribbling on and crosses out the epitaph that he had written after his name that says millionaire. And while I wouldn't ever really recommend this 1927 original Cat and the Canary version over that of the later Bob Hope version, which is, as I said, one of my favorite films, the fact that it is a silent movie does have its advantages. It is a spooky atmospherical horror comedy, which would really do well running in the background of any Halloween party. It's a good mood setter that isn't reliant on the quietness of its surroundings. And so if you're looking to get into the mood for the Halloween spirit this October, I wouldn't recommend going past 1927's The Cat and the Canary. However, if you are sitting down to watch the movie with your full attention focused on the film, then go for the Bob Hope version. It's starring Bob Hope,